The Grand Game, a high-level overview. Your life matters. You don't come from nowhere. That's a ridiculous notion. Then again, common sense isn't all that common, is it? Try this. Lie on the grass, look up, and watch the sky for 5 minutes. It's the most glorious masterpiece ever painted. If you genuinely take in how beautiful it is, it will give you chills and ideas. Try this too. Look into the eyes of the people you love or the eyes of a beloved pet. Do you think they are an accident? I call bullshit. We are part of the grandest of all divine designs, and you will continue to waste your life if you do not overstand the game. When you wake up to who you are in this game of life, it's game over, and I promise you will claim victory. But how can you claim victory if you don't even know who you are? You are filled with residual value you know nothing about, and therefore, don't value it. Others do, and that's why some feel they are being used. Why are you playing the game of life? What makes it worth playing? Surely you know that your life, your fate, wasn't meant for you to be born here on Earth just to exist and survive? 2 games intertwine to make up the Grand Game: the soul game and the game of life. Your soul game is your inner game. Its primary goal is to align with your soul and purpose. How do you do this? By creating space for grace and learning to master your energy, aka your life force, which will enable you to win in the game of life. Earth, as a school for the soul. Here is an analogy to help paint a visual. This analogy is to help you overstand the principles at work in your own life as they apply to how I overstand the universe at large. Overstanding this story will provide some clarity to my perspective on manifestation. Take it or leave it for what it is. I'm aware some of you might still find it crazy, but those who need to hear this will overstand and accept it. Imagine that in between Earth experiences, we all exist in the cosmos as energy balls. When we are there, we hold all the knowledge we have from all our experiences on Earth. We then inventory what we know and decide what we want to experience next. We choose a scenario, something we want to learn, something we want to experience, something we want to add to our character stats. After this, we are off again down on Earth in our physical form on a new adventure, an adventure filled with growth and self-discovery, a journey to experience our why, to discover our purpose. On Earth, for us to become who we are meant to be, we are put through experiences and lessons. You will learn about life lessons and how to grow from them in Volume 5. It was a life lesson, not a life sentence. You'll learn that nothing happens to you and everything happens for you when working with the universe in your co-creative process. The experiences we go through in life must occur to teach us what we need to know and to get us to where we need to be. Every experience, chance encounter, opportunity, and hurdle is divinely designed to help shape and create us into what we are meant to be. Who are you becoming? You're becoming who your soul desired to be, back when it was an energy ball before this life began, manifesting in endless ways depending on what your soul decided before it came to Earth. At first, when you arrive on Earth, you may think you are ill-prepared. However, you arrive with all the natural-born, divine gifts, and talents you need to complete your experience. These gifts are connected to your soul and endure lifetimes as they are strong enough to stay with you on each journey to Earth. You have been practicing and mastering these gifts and talents for multiple lifetimes. The game board of life. While we orchestrate our own lives, cultivating and conducting our energy, we also play the game of life on a game board called the world. This is the game you play in the physical world with your physical body as the main character. You maneuver life's challenges to reach your physical world goals. Unlike our soul game, which we have some mastery over, this game board is external and poses unique challenges. Think of it as a board game with specific rules, levels, and constraints, like boundaries of countries, societal norms, job constraints, family expectations, and more. This board isn't something we, as souls, have created. Instead, it's a given, an external framework we're thrust into. We are playing our soul game inside a game we didn't design, but we must all navigate it, even when it feels like pieces have been moved by unseen hands. For you to master these external forces and win in the game of life, you must first master your soul game. Once you know why you are playing the game of life and what you are playing for you, your soul, then you can master the moves you make in the physical world on the world game board to get to where you really want to go. While we possess free will and the power to shape our lives, we must also acknowledge that we exist within larger societal systems and structures. There is a balance to be aware of between your individual ability to manifest your desires and the boundaries set by the physical world game board that require you to take physical action to pass levels and reach your finish line. Hacking. The game of life. You cannot escape the system entirely, but you can learn to hack the game. Think of hacking the game as finding ways to thrive within the constraints of the system, much like beating the matrix. It's about discovering freedom within a system that often feels confining and restrictive. You can find freedom inside the caged system that holds so many hostage. Hacking the system, or hacking the game of life, refers to strategies and insights that help us break free from the monotonous 9-to-5 routine or any other aspect of life that makes you feel trapped or like a work prisoner. Essentially, it's about learning the rules of the system so well that you can find and leverage opportunities to live more freely and successfully on your terms. In order to craft your winning strategy, you must know how everything around you operates. If you're looking at life as a game, you need to know the real-life systems in which it is being played. You need to overstand the system to hack it. You need to overstand the rules of the system to look for intelligent ways to work within it. You can't get ahead of something you can't see or overstand. Even once you learn to break out of the system's conditioning, you need to overstand that it is still controlling everyone else so you can develop your winning strategy for success. As you learn to look at life as a game, you'll learn that knowing the system is part of the proper instruction manual for winning at your game. Why is now the time to change how you're doing things and step out of the system? Because if you think things have changed a lot, get ready. Everything you ever knew as normal is about to change in the years to come. It has only just begun. As a society, we have become extremely lost. Once we got lost, the system had us in place and kept us lost. Many have lost their purpose, lost their connection to who they are and why they are here, and there's a risk of losing more in the years to come. This is why the time to change and adapt is now. Level complete. You have just leveled up. Continue to the next lesson.